Do you want to grow a back like this? In this video, I share how I grew my back using top 5 exercises specifically designed for stretch mediated hypertrophy. Now I guarantee you this, these exercises will help push past your limits and you will be able to transform your back just like I did in 2024. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Kishan, your very own Texas-based nutritionist and strength training expert with over 10 years of experience. This video is part 4 of the stretch mediated hypertrophy series. To be considered a best back exercise, ask yourself these questions. Is this exercise loading your back in the lengthened position? Is the exercise stable enough to only work on your back? Do you feel any joint pain during this exercise? Is this exercise making your back pumped up? Are you choosing both horizontal and vertical pulling movements? And finally, are you able to increase weights or reps every week using that exercise? The first exercise is wide grip seated rows. Now when you hear the word wide grip, you instantly know that this exercise is going to target your upper back. But here's how you can maximize the stretch. Remove any extra attachment from the hooks. This will maximize your stretch and increases your range of motion. Now, in order to get even bigger stretch, sit as far back as you comfortably can while keeping your lower body fixed and proud chest. Slowly move your upper body to feel the crazy stretch in your lats as you milk out those eccentric. On concentric, think about squeezing your shoulder blades together as you move the bar close to your body. The last tip, don't forget to use your straps. You don't have to break a bank to use an expensive one. Check out my favorite one that's cheap and effective, link in the description below. If you compare this exercise with a wide grip lat pull down, both exercises essentially targets the same muscles. The only difference between the two is the seated cable rows pulls the upper back from the horizontal direction, while the lat pull down pulls the upper back from the vertical direction. The next exercise is lat pull down. Now this exercise will target your overall lats, because every time you narrow your grips and let your elbows drive towards your back pockets, that's when your lats engage the most. Now to enhance the stretch in this exercise, instead of using the typical bar, use D handles. Not only will they enable you to move your wrist freely all the way to the bottom range of motion for a better mind muscle connection to your lats, but it will also stretch your lats crazy in the lengthened position. Now before moving forward, if you've gotten any value so far in this video, don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe to my channel. Next up is another vertical pulling motion exercise called seal rows. It's one of my favorite exercises because over the years I've grown my back tremendously using this exercise. In order to perform this exercise, set up your bench angle as horizontal as you can so that your arms are fully extended but barely touching the ground. This will ensure that only your lats are being smashed instead of your upper back. While performing this exercise, make sure that you're not just pulling this exercise with your arms, but try to think about pulling the dumbbells in the arc motion. Guys, this trick is so important. You'll be able to use less weights, but this will transform your back gains forever. Comparing this exercise with the barbell rows, not only barbell rows is unstable, but also the lower back will take over as you will perform higher repetitions. Seal rows, however, completely takes out the lower back from the equation due to the needed stability, but also generates constant tension throughout the range of motion. Now before moving forward, let me pass this question on to you. Let me know in the comments below which was the one unique tip that you've learned in this video. Next up is the seated cable rows for lats. Now this is another horizontal movement to smash your overall lats in the lengthened position. But you have to remember the two key points for this exercise. Number one, instead of keeping the chest supported pad at default setting, you need to adjust the pad so that you can extend your arms all the way to those handles for increased stretch in the lengthened position. Otherwise, you are cutting down your range of motion and leaving your gains on the table. And just like any lat exercise, on the concentric part, think about moving your elbows in the arc motion instead of just pulling it straight back. Comparing this exercise with the unsupported cable rows, not having a chest support will make it difficult for your body to stay vertical and your upper back will try to overpower. Not only that, but you will find it difficult to keep your elbows closer to your torso for the better lat engagement. Chest supported cable rows, on the other hand, will ensure that your body stays vertical and the only tension generated will be in your lats. Next up is the good old dumbbell pullover. Now this is another vertical pulling movement. This exercise is unique in a sense because unlike any other exercise mentioned, this exercise provides you the maximum range of motion in the lengthened position. This exercise will reward you if you perform this exercise across the bench. The tip is to flare your elbows as much as you can. This will open up your lats and shifts the tension from the chest. Now, as soon as you are in the loaded stretch position, in order to maximize the stretch, drop your lower body down until you feel a crazy uncomfortable pain in your lats, and that pain is in a good way. Don't worry, your lats are not gonna fall off during this, but you're gonna thank me later. You do not need to pull your dumbbell all the way above your chest because you will lose tension in your lats. The maximum range of motion should be once you're no longer under gravity pressure, and that will be right above your forehead. You should stop your movement right when the dumbbell is above your forehead. Lat prayer, on the other hand, does the same thing as this exercise, but the problem is not only is this exercise gets unstable as the weights go up, but your lower back and your tricep will feel more compared to the lats if not performed properly. Dumbbell pullovers, on the other hand, provides the constant upper back support so that the only muscle that will feel the burn is your lat. Now, the bonus tip. In the last set of all the exercises, as you reach close to exhaustion, do not forget to benefit from the lengthened partials. This ensures you have completely exhausted your back and you're not leaving any gains on the table. After this, if you have already gotten a Christmas tree on your back but you're lacking in your chest development, check out this video next and I'll see you next week.